What are you seeing out of Caleb's first month in the NFL?
Well, it's a little bit of what I just mentioned of, he's a couple weeks ago, he makes the first guy miss, the second guy miss, and then the third guy gets him, or he gets hit while he's throwing and it's a pick. Quarterbacks who rely on that, or that's a strength of theirs, because I don't think it's not, who can make people miss in the pocket and buy time. Players who grew up doing that in high school, Caleb Williams was nobody on the field could tackle him, right? And then I would argue at SC, no one on the field could tackle him. And so he's created success and created a history. A big part of his game is creating time and space by moving around in the pocket and using his athleticism. Well, I can't put a quarterback through drills to tell them, hey, you're going to have to speed that up in the league. And we can't practice that in practice. You can only get those reps in the game because that's the only time they're actually coming after you, diving at you, trying to hit you. And so I just think guys like that, it's going to take him a little bit to figure out what he can and can't get away with. And that's not to say that he's continuing to evolve in quick game and off-platform throws and progressions. Like, Caleb's going to be just fine. He's going to be a star. And I think what we're seeing early on is him learning, oversimplified, the speed of the game, what he can and can't get away with when he's moving around the pocket. And Caleb's so smart and so self-aware that I think he's going to continue to get better at that every week.
And you think Jaden Daniels is not having those issues because do you think he processes better, or you just say that wasn't his game, making the second, third man miss before, so he doesn't have to deal with figuring out how the speed of this game is different? Because he's deadly accurate, man. I'm just trying to, and obviously comparing these two is something that's going to happen the rest of their careers, let alone 4 games in.
Yeah, there'd be no way for me to assess who's processing faster, who's smarter, who knows more. There'd be no way to assess that. It'd be a subjective opinion, which I avoid. No, I just think Jaden has not created, if you pull up his top 25, let's say, creative plays that he made in high school, and then his top 25 most creative plays that exciting highlight reel plays from college. Let's say he took all those. I just don't think you're going to see that many where he goes right, backs up, scoots to the left, spins out of it, stays in the pocket, and throws it. I'm not saying he can't do that. I'm just saying that's not most of his plays. Most of his plays is when he does something creative, is he's decisive. He leaves the pocket to the right, puts his foot in the ground, cuts up field and goes, or cuts up field and rips one down the field. And so he's a one cut. You see with running backs, some guys are one cut north-south guys, and some guys can juke everybody, right? So it's not even a knock. It's just that's not his game. Some people hit driver and they spray it, and some people just hit their 3-iron and they don't hit it as far off the tee box, but they're always down the middle. It's just a different approach to the game, and you can lose to the guy who hits the 3-iron off the tee too. But it's just what the approach and what is where he's found success. It's not by dancing and buying time in the pocket. It's by being decisive, getting the ball out of his hand, or taking off, and that translates.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.